What's up, everyone? Bitcoin is getting ready to do something very special. I'm really excited about this video, so please stay tuned for it. Before we jump into it, real quick, get this card, the crypto.com card. They're sponsoring this video. You might have noticed no ads on this video except for this sponsor, and I try to make this as not commercially as possible. Everybody, this card, it's fun to use. It's the main reason I'm doing this sponsorship. But you're earning crypto back on your purchases when you use it. You're getting things like Spotify paid for when you get this card. All you have to do is stake a little bit of cryptocurrency to get the card. It's metal. It's awesome. Go get $50 right now as you sign up in the crypto.com app. Use Crypto Capital Venture for the code. Let's jump into this video. It was the fall of 2016, October 31st actually, and Bitcoin was getting ready to enter the most bullish bull market it's seen, on its way to $20,000, and most people couldn't even imagine what was getting ready to happen. Interestingly enough, eerily enough, Bitcoin on the momentum oscillators looking so similar to what was happening in that exact time frame just 4 years ago. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that subscribe on the way in for the very best, the quickest, the most valuable, to the point Bitcoin technical analysis you can possibly find on YouTube. Let's jump into the charts, everybody. I want to lay the foundation real quick, what has really transpired so urgently in the last couple weeks. Swing high, bull market high, lower high last summer, lower high now. That is what's been transpiring. We've been talking about, can Bitcoin diverge from these swing highs and do something different, breaking this downward pattern, and it really has begun to. We know the bull market high in 2017, coming back to that Fibonacci resistance, it failed, right? Huge resistance, continued down. Bitcoin last summer, swing high, down, back up to Fibonacci resistance, it failed, down. Now what has transpired literally in the last week, everybody, so bullish for Bitcoin in the short term, new swing high, comes back down, tests that 20-week moving average, back up to this Fibonacci retracement, this resistance area. Bitcoin did not get rejected, did not come back down. We are above it now, actually getting some separation from it. And that is very key for Bitcoin, what is happening. Now, what I want to talk about is the similarities, and this is awesome to watch. Post 2020 halving, here's the 2020 halving, the similarities between Bitcoin now and post 2016 halving. Namely, we're going to be looking at this vertical line right here. This is October, right around the week of October 31st, 2016. Now, I know it's a very specific date, but we're at a very specific time in terms of Bitcoin cycles, and the similarities as Bitcoin, gets ready to hopefully break this last summer swing high, truly break it. So critical to watch other parts and other indicators on these Bitcoin charts and what's happening. So let's break it down for you. And I think I'm going to start on this weekly chart actually to really get a sense of where Bitcoin is in terms of momentum. This is, if you're a macro long-term trader, this is so important to watch the momentum oscillators, namely this one over here, which is the RSI right in the middle of my screen, slower moving momentum oscillator, giving really good indicator on the momentum of Bitcoin, the strength of price movement and the direction that it's heading. We know when we get overbought, guess what? Get ready on this weekly chart for some type of throwback, some type of consolidation. Historically, it has been almost 100% consistent indicator for Bitcoin. Look, every time overbought, there have been these huge, we're talking probably 30-40% swings for Bitcoin, right? So anytime we're approaching this overbought area, for the historical context of Bitcoin, right around 80 on this RSI, just be prepared for some type of throwback. Now, what I want to talk about is where Bitcoin is now. And Bitcoin still has a ways to go. Obviously, the overbought line from a technical analysis perspective is 70. But historically for Bitcoin, true consolidation, again, happens right around 80 or above, right? So we can use that first off. But if we look at where Bitcoin is right now, we're not, from a Bitcoin standpoint, too overbought on this weekly chart. There's a ton of room for upside. And if we look where Bitcoin is right now, namely the 70 line, we can see Bitcoin back in 2016, right in October as well, post 2016 halving, Bitcoin right at the same level. And I'll actually just open this up just to give you an idea. We're looking at right here, Bitcoin 2016, right around the same 70 level Bitcoin is right now on this momentum oscillator charts. Now, that's one thing. And what that does is it illustrates and it paints us a picture of, well, what did Bitcoin do from that area, right? Many people may be getting ready for some type of consolidation if they're really going off the traditional sense of 70 being an overbought area, not even prepared for what was actually getting ready to happen, right? And you can see the overbought consolidation actually happened months later in December. Could we be getting a similar setup right now where there's very much upside over the next few weeks, couple months for Bitcoin to get into that $15,000, $16,000 territory and then consolidate back down? I think that's a very strong possibility for Bitcoin right now. Now, what's really important is to dissect that data and kind of transfer it now to a daily chart. A daily chart in terms of momentum and these other indicators is also very important. When we start getting into the 6 hour, it's so fast moving, it's not as reliable. The daily is still kind of reliable, especially when used with the weekly chart and like kind of comparing the two, right? So what I did was I wanted to see, well, where's Bitcoin right now on the daily chart? You can see it's actually approaching kind of this average area of overbought on the Bitcoin charts, and there's a very strong possibility we get some short-term consolidation. Consolidation for Bitcoin could look like just kind of this sideways action, right? Just if you're looking at a chart, sideways action, maybe even a little upward momentum, and then a continued breakout. So just keep that in mind. Consolidation doesn't always have to be like just we're coming back down, right? So Bitcoin can consolidate on these oscillators and do so kind of sideways. But what's interesting, we saw the similarities on the October 31st, 2016 weekly momentum oscillator. We saw it right here, right? The similarities of where Bitcoin is post-halving. If we look at the daily chart, where Bitcoin is right now, and we go to that area back then, you can see Bitcoin on the daily chart, exact same area. And what did Bitcoin do? If we kind of dig in now to the daily chart, what did Bitcoin do? Let me zoom in here just to show you what transpired from that area. So you can see a little, a couple red candles on the daily chart. We can see if we really measure price range wise, we have this one big daily candle, and we're talking about maybe a 5 to 10% quick consolidation and then continued up, right? And if we compare that to the daily momentum oscillator here, the RSI, a little bit of a consolidation and then sideways consolidation, continuation to the upside, right? And this went on really to the bull market high. You can just see what this looks like on the charts. The momentum oscillators for Bitcoin are almost identical to what they looked like in 2016, post the 2016 halving, and right before Bitcoin did something special. And let me chart this for you on the daily chart. That something special was the bull market high of 2013 to the bear market low of 2015. And you can see what Bitcoin was getting ready to do, everybody. Right here is where we're comparing Bitcoin. It was getting ready to test the bull market doors and enter the bull market. And everybody, if I go now to the charts for Bitcoin, and I chart the same exact bull market door resistance, the bull market high 2017 to the bear market low, guess what? Bitcoin getting ready to test the same exact bull market doors it did in the fall of 2016. Can Bitcoin make it? The similarities are unreal in terms of momentum of Bitcoin and what the charts are looking like. They're so harmonious. It is absolutely exciting to track this. For a price range perspective, that swing high of last summer is still just about, 5%, 6% away to the upside for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has to break that swing high of last summer. And we will be testing the bull market doors sitting up here around $16,000 to $13,000. Everybody, we're almost there. The momentum of Bitcoin is so similar to 2016. It's eerie. It's crazy. There's no guarantees, but I love tracking this thing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, what you think. Time will tell. Be prepared, everybody. Be prepared. And especially if we enter the bull market doors, we start knocking on these doors, be prepared for much volatility. $16,000, $13,000. So if you're here and not a subscriber, hit that subscribe, hit that like on the way out. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.